just by doing his normal moveset. And that's before you have to deal with the poison. And the fact that he's immune to most status effects. Like, I can't use the Rot Dog because he's immune to Rot. Man, if you did way more damage, that would have been way riskier. It leads to a completely separate boss. So, you know, maybe we'll come back later. But for now, I'm just going to teleport. Actually, no. Because I believe the map... Oh. Hey, it's a me! Last time I died, kind of pathetically. So this time, I'm going to not do that, hopefully. So let's go get my runes back. And we'll continue from there. And something I've noticed I've done a lot is I've been talking a lot without actually saying anything unrelated to the gameplay. But, you know, it's kind of hard, because on the one side, I want to focus on making the game fun and interesting to watch. I don't know, maybe. I don't know if it's interesting. I'm not the one who watches this, I just play it. But on the other hand, I also want to bring something unique to the table that's just not like, oh, another Elden Ring Let's Play where the guy presses R1 a bunch and wins. I am in the wrong game mode. Whatever. Anyway, starting off, let's go get my runes back, and then I'll figure out what to do from there. Probably continue down the intended path, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, hi, buddy. Now, I'm curious if these guys will just ignore me. Because last time I went out of my way to fight them. Ow. Alright, anyway. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Tarnished. Wait, was that me? That might have been me. That'd be really funny if it was me. Nice try, dickbag. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the intended path, pal. I feel you, though. I'm not going to try to get that item. I'm here for a far nobler purpose. Reclaiming my lost life. I believe I can survive this fall, but just in case. Alright. Now, I said it last episode, but I haven't gone down this path. Or rather, the path that is down there. And I'm not going to do that this episode. Maybe it'll be like a bonus thing, because I don't really need to go down there. There is something I can get down there, but it's not really relevant. Actually, you know what? Slight detour real quick. Now that I have my runes back, I don't have to go down there. I don't have to go down that path. I am going to go down that path since you have to do it for Ranni's questline, but for right now, I'm going to make the map screen not look like a bunch of nothing. Oh hey, it's one of those guys that I'm really good at killing. Alright, he says right as he gets decked. Alright. I see how it is. Unfortunately for you, you are now in the death loop. Get ready. Not much of a loop. And with that, the gate is open. Now you'll maybe be wondering why I went out of my way to do this detour, and that's because I want to get the map. Because this is not very interesting to look at. And like I said, I'll come back here later. Because, you know, fun spells are fun to get. Not to mention, I think at this point I'm way over leveled for this area. Anywho. Welcome to the ant farm. Real fun stuff, I know. This should be the map, I think. Nope. Wow, I'm just gonna be wrong all day, huh? Alright, well, let's just continue on our way. Alright, well, it looks like we're gonna have to... I don't think we can have to beat bug. Literal bug. Now, in previous playthroughs, I've always made it a point to gun down these ants that are clinging to the wall here. So I'm curious if I can just ignore them. Well, that answers that question. Unfortunately for them, I am just going to ignore them. They have no choice in the matter. Right, this is the optional path. Alright. I gave you buggers the chance to walk away from this. This is what you get for reneging on my mercy. You had a chance to live. You're not even worth a flask. I originally wanted to just grab the map, but I'm already here. So, you know, might as well. Just walk into the wall for a minute. So something I've been thinking about recently is the type of videos I upload. Because I upload silly funny haha memes every now and then. But I also have just been doing this routine Let's Play that anywhere between 9 and a couple hundred viewers get. And I guess that comes down to titling. I don't know. So maybe if I just play the haha funny title meme game, I'll get more viewers, but that's not what I'm trying to do. The end of the day, this is just a hobby for me, and I'm really just trying to make the videos that I would like to watch. So, in spirit of that, I'm going to try and motivate myself to branch out a little more from just, like, long periods of Elden Ring content. And, you know, with Armored Core 6 coming out, and all these fun fighting games that I enjoy, hopefully I'll be able to do that. I should probably also do, like, the funny meme videos, too, because I imagine, you know, plenty of people find those funny, so I'm sure they'd like to see more. The problem is that those are a lot more, I guess, creatively intensive, if that's the right phrase. Because with Elden Ring and other Let's Play style videos, I can kind of just like sit down and talk and play the game. But with the meme video idea, I have to come up with something funny, which is not easy. Even if the ultimate video is simple to make or whatever, it still requires like a thought to occur. I can't just like, I gotta think of something funny and then I'll upload it. I have to, you know, think of something funny and then feel motivated to make it. Alright, well, you know, I've come this far, so
well,
that, and you have nothing else. Trust. Anyway, I am going to try to make more haha funny videos going forward, but for now it's probably just going to be a lot of gameplay videos. And it's not like, oh, I don't have confidence in my voice or anything or stuff like that. It's more I have a very particular sense of humor, and it's difficult to feel. Well, it's not even just a sense of humor. I guess you could call it I'm a kind of a perfectionist when it comes to a lot of things. because when it comes to video ideas, a lot of time I'm mentally punching above my weight class because I want to make something funny, but that requires doing stuff that I have no experience or practice in. Whereas with Elden Ring, I can kind of just, like, you know, press record and go from there. It's a lot harder to make haha funny edits for Elden Ring because it's a very straightforward series. You know, you go in, you kill guys, and you do that. But the only reason I did that one edit a couple episodes ago is because I figured, A, it'd be funny, and B, it'd be better than just watching me run around for 15 minutes, even though that's basically all this series is. Just me running around for extended periods of time. Anyway, I am going to try and branch out. I'm thinking of doing, because a while ago I uploaded videos of me doing ranked matches in Melty Blood. I think I might do that in other fighting games. The difficulty with that, though, is, you know, I feel like if I'm not at least commentating or reacting to my gameplay, there's no point in me doing it. But at the same time, I watch plenty of people's videos where they're just playing the fucking game and not adding anything to it, or it's not even them playing the game. It's like, you know, top players and with no commentary, and it's like, yeah, I watched that. Why wouldn't I also upload that? I imagine somewhere out there are people who would enjoy watching my subpar gameplay. I don't know what subpar is. I like to think I'm pretty good at fighting games. I mean, I'm definitely good at Elden Ring. And I'm probably going to play some Armored Core when that comes out. Anywho, side quest completed. Now let's get back to the actual side quest. Yeah, I guess the big difference is I don't necessarily zone out when I play Elden Ring, but it's a lot easier for me to talk over the gameplay of Elden Ring than it is for me to talk over the gameplay of something like fighting games that isn't just screaming. Like either let's go or fuck you or any of that, you know? I get very focused on fighting games. I get very invested, and that makes it difficult to add anything to what's happening on screen. Anyway, speaking of adding things on screen, you know, stay silent for 5 whole seconds. I guess I don't need to keep talking. It's not like I... You know, this is why I think... So this is just a personal thing. It'd be difficult for me to do this because of my living situation and internet. But I feel like in the grand scheme of things, Let's Plays are often better as a two-man group because you can... Like, let's be real, right? A lot of people who do Let's Plays were probably inspired by the Game Grumps, myself included. And I think one of their biggest strengths is the fact that there are always at least 2 of them playing, not playing, but like active, right? Like if Aaron's playing the game, then Dan can like come up with commentary and vice versa. And I think that makes for a very entertaining show because, you know, the player can focus or try to focus on playing the game while their co-host can, you know, bring up funny stuff and grill them and all that. Expand on the the happenings without just like, you know, oh, this is happening right now, you know? I'm sure if I looked hard enough or like streamed this to my Discord friends, that would also work, but I'm not sure how much my bandwidth and my computer by extension would be able to handle streaming Elden Ring. Because it's one thing to play and record Elden Ring. Play, record, and stream Elden Ring. Like, that's part of the reason I'm not, I've only ever done one stream on YouTube, is because, you know, the device that was making the game happen was a Switch, so I guess I could stream Switch games, but that's beside the point. Anyway, welcome to Nokstella, and there are technically two paths forward, and we're going to go down both of them. One, because it gives me a good item, couple good items, and the other because I need to go that way to progress Ranni's quest. Actually, now that I think about it, we only really need to go down one. Oh, she was facing me. Oh, well, there goes my idea. Don't run from me. Yeah, there are two things in this area that I want to pick up. And of course, I'm going to pick up way more than that. Do I have any lightning spells equipped? I have exactly one. I don't know why I opened that menu. That's not the spell menu. Alright. The reason I want a lightning spell equipped is because up in this area are a bunch of enemies that can be one-shot by lightning. And it's funny because they set off a chain reaction. So we're just going to group them all together. Kablam! And now we enjoy the fireworks. And of course we gotta wait a second, because if we don't, we die. Alright, and this should have one of the items. And I'm just gonna ignore these guys because, you know, there's a lot of them, but there's no real reason to actively engage with them. There are some enemies up ahead that I won't be able to ignore, but the slimes are always one of those enemies. They're too slow, and while they do have a projectile attack, that is also too slow to be a real threat. But now comes one of my favorite encounters in the game. It's a ball, and it's sentient, which means you can't just ignore it. Why do I keep forgetting to change that? Alright. Ah! Speaking of sentient balls. Come at me, bro. That's fine too, I guess. That actually did a surprising amount of damage. I'm just gonna actually... Ah, right. Do you mind, brother? I can't believe I got killed by balls. Alright. Add that to the list of stupid deaths. I mean, I guess if I do have a selling point, I guess that it's that I'm efficient when it comes to gameplay. Like, I think the only time I overextended myself and tried to go through an area I clearly wasn't suited for was when I fought the Plague Dragon for the first time. Because I kind of just kept throwing myself at him. But, you know, I feel like since then, I've gotten significantly better at picking my battles. You know, aside from the ball. You know, normally I just ignore it. But it killed me, so my pride's on the line now. Right. Good old geometry souls. I gotta use this around here. Alright, well, clearly the stagger from Dragon Breath is the path forward. And with that, at least for now, we don't have to worry about more balls. I'm surprised that did not inflict Scarlet Rot, if I'm being completely honest. And I'm surprised she didn't dodge that. They're usually very good at dodging. These enemies, at least. Maybe they have been nerfed without my knowledge, but who cares? Grab this. We sally forth. Wow, little slime buddy. Real dedicated, I'll say that much. I wonder if the DLC will introduce a lightning dragon breath. Because we have fire, we have rot, and we have magic. And we technically have a frost-based dragon attack. But I'm curious... Right! Oh, am I dead? I'm dead. Oh yeah, just climb over the chest. That's cool. At least the items they dropped were worth killing them for. So I haven't really shown this off yet, but the larval tears are what you use to respec your character. So if you don't like how your stats are divvied up, you can go and talk to Renala and exchange a larval tear for one respec. They are a limited resource, so you can't just do them infinitely per playthrough. You have to go to New Game Plus to get more. But Usually you get them by either murdering the giant balls or killing specific enemies in certain areas. So, while they're obnoxious to deal with if you don't have a means of doing it competently, like I clearly don't, then, you know, good luck. And there's one more giant ball here, accompanied by slimy brethren. Crisis averted with that one. There's one more challenge to overcome. In this section, at least. And that's this room up here. Alright, then there's this asshole. Cool. Don't really need it for this character, but cool. What? You know what? I don't have the mana for that. Who can I use? You know what? I haven't used Engvall much. Let's use Engvall. So those two mimic tears will transform into mimics. But it's this Nox priestess that's just hiding behind all the furniture that's the real issue. And now she's no longer the issue. Wow. I could have timed that better. You doing okay there, buddy? That stab. Oh, nice angle. You ruined it. Whatever. Now we get our reward, which I think is pretty decent. It just gives you extra spell slots. So instead of like 10 slots or whatever, you have 11 now. Here it is. Right, and then you come out here and you take this little elevator over here, and that lets you skip a section that you normally otherwise would have had to traverse. Because there's two ways to this area. There's the way we just took, and then you just go down, and then the other way is you just ignore that and go down the waterways, as you can probably see from this angle. It's got about the same type of enemies, but you don't get this golden seed, which is the other main item I wanted to grab up here. Anyway, the point is we got to get to that elevator and go down it, and then we're going to fight a guy. And I think that'll be a good place to end this episode. You guys are real lax with your security, I gotta say that much. I don't think I've aggroed any of them yet, which is kind of impressive in a certain sense. Guess they just don't care. Now, I will say this. This will technically be one of the harder encounters in this playthrough, because I won't be able to summon either ashes or you know, NPCs for that. And I know I've been kind of like doing that a lot, but don't worry about it. Trust me, there are bosses later on where I will not summon any help. Not because oh, I'm challenging myself, but because they are genuinely easier than
Let us speak of the past. I was once an appeal of the dead
then
gods.
genuinely easier than fighting them
I,
with multiple
Mikola and
targets.
Melania could claim that title. Each of us was chosen by our own, which is when I received blight. But I would not. I stole the. I would not. The two fingers and the baleful. Even when I lied from him, though he was he was a alive. Yet the time has another one. I've let slip. Forget what. I've let forget what.
Alright, anyway, let's go kill this baleful shadow. I could have leveled up. I will level up. But you know what? Yeah, I'll level up as a reward for killing this guy. And I can just ignore these because they'll de-aggro by the time we get to the main target in this area. And there he is. The above-average sized man himself. And he's already aggro on me, so there's no point sneaking.
Thou art the last.
Do I have rejection equipped?
Fingers,
I do
that
not.
Ranni the witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
So the strategy I've noticed with this guy is you bait out the jumping attack, and then you can just strike him. So here, and then you can even fully charge a heavy attack. The obnoxious part is he does heal. Although the interesting part about his heal is that it's a flask, but it heals in ticks rather than all at once. I wonder why that is, like, programmatically. Like, obviously he's not a player model like most of the enemies that use flasks. But I do find it interesting that his heal is different.
Beautifully fought. My thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge than I envisioned.
And then Ranni
Now
lore dumps on
I
us
can
for a bit more.
finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear. Tell Blythe and Iji I love them.
The only reason I made that look easy, despite saying that it's difficult, is because I have done Ranni's questline on every single character I have played. At least once. And it's not just like, oh, I'm a big simp, but because there are areas in this game and items in this game that you cannot get without doing Ranni's questline. Like, it is a very worthwhile questline to do, even if you're not gonna go for her ending. Speaking of items, get this map, and around here somewhere should be an additional spell. I think it's over here on this carcass. And we're going to need it. Nope. Well, you know what? I think I'll just do, yeah. I'll get my arcane to 28 and then I'll just start dumping health. Because we're going to need a lot more than what I currently have to survive to the end of the game. That being said, I think this is where I'm going to end this episode. Actually, you know what? I'm feeling risky. Do I have a twig? I do. Probably not going to need it, but it doesn't hurt to have it equipped. Because I do know that at the very start of this area, there is a spell that, if you're doing a faith hybrid build like I am, makes going through it much, much easier. And the sooner I get that, the easier traversing this place is going to be. And don't worry, I'm not going to traverse this. I don't know why I'm saying not to worry. Doesn't really matter in the long run. Anyway, I'm trying to close this episode out by finding that item because I don't want to go through this Scarlet Rot Lake just yet. It has to be around here somewhere. Am I hallucinating? I remember it being in this area. Maybe I'm misremembering. You know what? I'll just do it smart. I'll look it up off screen, and then next time I'll have it. So, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Bye.